Welcome to another episode of the Huge Podcast. The Huge Podcast, and I told you I was off.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. So I got here someone. This is so left field. Like how does she decide so fast and quick like that? I just sent her an invite. And now she's here. It's like we got Bisaya hot Empress Dhyana Mitta right here.
What's up, Mike?
What's up? But that's not your name.
Yeah.
Seriously. You go by which name actually for our listeners?
Well, my real name is Faith, pero I like to be called Diana also when it's like rapping and Dynamita. Usually it's really both good. Di good na pwede nga Diana lang or Dynamita jud na. Because
Dynamita.
it goes together. So it's not just Diana or it's not just Mita, pero Dynamita jud na. So you can call me that. Some people like to shorten it like DMT. Pero
DMT.
naangad na ko.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cool.
That's the history of my name because it hits a lot of words.
It hits
'Cause
home.
It
DMT.
hits,
Fuck.
it hits home totally. Unya, kuan na siya kanang ang meaning sa Dhyana in Sanskrit is actually it's a yoga term. And
Right.
yeah, I'm actually a yogi, so I got the name Dhyana.
I kind of know about that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a stalker, by the way, but like I have to do my homework too, So right.
Yeah.
You've been on the radar, girl, and
Thank you.
it's so fitting, because this podcast is in season 3. We'd like to coin it that we're in season 3. Sounds professional now, but actually we're not. But
Congratulations.
thanks by the way. Yeah, so basically the main theme of season 3 is female guests, women empowerment. Man, we want to get girls on the show. But I don't run this show by myself though. I have another guy. I have a wingman.
Really?
Yeah, I have a wingman. He can't make it because he's just so fucking busy, like the guy's juggling.
Sayang.
This guy's
It should have been
juggling
like
so
a
much.
triple conversation on that.
Yeah, exactly. And then,
Sayang.
he brings so much to the table. I can basically just ask you whatever I want, but only in my own context, in my own world. But he just brings a different element to the show. But he's too busy. He's juggling so much. But I do have a surprise for you, though. You're
my God.
gonna
I
love
love
this.
surprises.
Yes.
Ganahan ko gumawa surprise.
Oh, that's good. So good to hear. But
Yeah.
I want to go back to how confident are you? I mean, not in a cocky way. I just sent you this invite, who are we, right? We're just a podcast, right? But I just sent you this invite, and right away, without thinking twice, you just jump right in the water. Where is this confidence coming from? I'm talking to you right now, and I'm telling you, I'm palpitating. I'm basically fanboying right now. Seriously. I listen to your music too. I'm
It's
fanboying, but you're just so confident. Seriously, what the fuck? Where's this coming from?
I have no idea. I think pag message ni mo, I was just like, all right, let's jump into it. Let's do it tonight.
Damn.
Unsay dugayan, let's do it. Nike.
Just do it.
Just do it, man.
I like that.
Mora gid na ako. Just do it, and you regret the things you never did.
True.
So, is
And
that confidence?
I think
should
so.
be, right?
I think so. Because I was supposed to message you a couple of months ago. Because
You should have.
we've been riding this Bisaya rap wave. I admit, if we haven't tapped into this scene, because that's not our background. Basically, that's not this podcast background. But we don't want to limit ourselves in a box, right?
Yeah.
So we want to be multidimensional. We want to be so many things, virtuoso, diverse. And we wanted to message you because we had the uncles here on the show. We also
Mhm.
had ASP on the show. Who
Yes,
else?
Mr. Yossi Break.
Yossi Break guy.
Uh-huh.
And it was just a matter of time, like, and to get people on the show. And now it's season 3. We need to get some females on board. And, now you're here.
Most definitely. And I'm finally here. Timing rasad siguro kaayo. Because I think if maybe you would have messaged me 2 months ago, I think I would have been busy at that time.
Oh, we would have got rejected.
No, I'm
Friend
not
zoned,
sure.
right?
Dili
Damn.
sad, mo sugot siguro ko. But the timing right now is perfect. I was like, all right, let's do it tonight. It was just a DM. It was just a DM,
Yeah,
like
DM.
a
Fuck
DM on
emails, right?
Instagram. Yeah, I mean,
Don't have to be
instant.
formal anymore, right?
Wala na, ayaw na, nagkabalaka na. Lahos like message me. What time did you message me? Like around the afternoon,
Around
maybe?
like 5 hours ago.
Like yeah,
Wow.
like 5 hours ago. And I was like,
Like
all
what
right,
I
let's do it
said,
tonight.
first thing I said, so left field, right? Like, and shit. Damn.
Unexpected.
Unexpected. Like, I had to ask you, like, just at least give me 2 hours, please. Like,
Yeah.
actually, my client just canceled, so I didn't leave the house, so just so
Mm-hmm.
fitting. I think it's meant to be, and now
It,
you are
it is.
here. So
I'm here.
I've stalked you on your stories. Like, man, I just envy like where you are right now. You're skinny dipping by the ocean, by the
I'm
sea,
not skinny dipping.
by the beach. Man, love is in the air. Like,
Yeah, I'm in love.
how good is that? How good is that? Especially at this time, like this time right now, everybody is basically at home. Nobody's
Lockdown.
asked to go out, but you're this free spirit out there and
I have
in
to be.
love.
I'm in
Like,
love.
damn. Like, for our listeners, like, this is a welcome sight because what's clicking nowadays is the news about
COVID.
promiscuity,
Oh, okay.
COVID,
Yeah.
magbulag na maguyab. You
Mm-hmm.
know what that is? Like, but being in love is so underrated. I mean,
It's not news enough,
not
no?
news anymore.
It's
Like,
not breaking news enough.
people find it cringy, but actually, man, when you get to this point, like, I mean, being in love is cool.
It is cool. I'm in love.
Nice. We're happy for you, by the way. I'm in love. I'm in
Salamat.
love too with this podcast, of course. But no, I'm in love with my wife. I'm married, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I just listened to one of your songs,
Mm-hmm.
Empress. So
2020.
2020.
Yeah, that was a
It's
year ago.
that song reminded me so much of my wife, cause she's like she challenges me a lot. Makes me want to be a better man.
Nindot
Like,
na.
man, there's so many reasons she could have left me. But I'm not that kind of
Oh.
I'm not that kind of guy who fucking cheats or like who plays around. No. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm that kind of guy who's fucking lethargic and lazy. I had no ambitions, no goals in life. And
Mm-hmm.
she just puts the pedestal on me and like, drives me.
So she inspired you to boss up. Na.
Absolutely,
Kana.
100%. And
Yeah.
she's kind of like all in, kind of still 50-50 with me doing this podcast because I have to juggle so much. I have to take care
Mm-hmm.
of us. We're married and we're gonna have we have a
Kids.
family. Not yet.
Not
Hopefully
yet.
soon, yes. If we're blessed with a kid, yeah, eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But that song though, Empress, take us through that song. Why that song?
Actually, I created that song after Christmas siguro pag 2019. So that was Christmas 2019. I was at an office Christmas party. So it was with my workmates at that time. And then I came home like half tipsy, half drunk, kanang ana ba. Then pag uli na ko, when I came home, I was just like di kasulod sa among party ang mamasin ra og panty. So like, hala, unsa man ni? So like I wrote it all down on niya. Na inspired ko actually from guys. Well, it's like the reverse kind of inspiration. You know, when you're
Right.
like inspired, na like I'm inspired because I'm in love type of shit. But it was more like I'm inspired by their nonsense that I turned into a
Really?
song. So mo to siya like Di kasulod sa among party ang mamasin ra og panty daghan pa jud kay og arte pamati niya kay Kanye pinagisi pantalon. You know
Yeah.
those guys in ripped jeans. Nga
Yeah.
nga kanang pa-cool kayo murag nara ko gi-channel ato nga kanang character nga laki in my head ba. Nga
Hypebeasts.
pamati niya kay Kanye pinagisi pantalon ingnon bro I'm from the Cali sakyanan no need og yawe. Sakyanan no need og yawe kay inani ko kagrabe. Boy, don't get confused sa kortang imong gi-use. Like, don't get fucking confused. You're just asking your mom for shit.
Yeah. I mean, like, you can't do that if you're a fucking billionaire or something. But you know what?
Exactly.
That hit home. You know why?
Uh-huh.
I'm guilty of that. Like I said, diba? Like I had no ambitions in life. You know,
Uh-huh.
like I was just working, clocking in, day out, work
Mm-hmm.
9, go home by 5, spend my money on useless stuff.
Mm-hmm. We've all been there.
Yeah, but it came to me late, man. I'm in my 30s. I mean, it's never too late, right? But
It's never too late.
I wish that happened earlier. But I think everything happens for a reason, right?
You had to go through them, Sad,
I had to go
in
through.
order for you to be here right now.
Honestly, like I sounded regretful there, but actually I'm gonna take it back. I didn't regret it. So,
Uh-huh.
but that did sound like my wife talking to me. Like you need to fucking man up, you. Like seriously, I like
I'm
that song.
glad. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
like seriously, I like that song.
Yeah, mao to siya. And then, uh, sumpay-sumpay na to. So I was able to like write it. Na the inspiration just came in, and I wanted it to be a song for women to feel like
Yeah,
you're an empress. You have an empire, however you want to define that. Whether that empire is your home, your business, your career, or even just your personal life. Nga moingon ka nga, I'm a fucking empress, you know? Yeah, I released that song kuan pa jud to na timingan tug pandemic.
right.
COVID just started.
Everybody heard that song.
Oh shit, I hope they did.
I'm pretty sure.
Because of
Uh,
COVID, because everyone was locked down.
Everyone's locked down. Like, what else is there to
Uh-huh.
do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I pulled up like quite of a major production for me
Are you on?
at the time
Are
of
you
COVID too.
are you under any label or something, or you're
No, I'm
independent?
independent as
Oh
fuck.
yeah.
I'm independent as fuck. Like,
Damn.
too independent nga kanang I EP my own shit. It's kind of a challenge though, cause um, you know how labels can just sign off some papers unya
Yeah.
na sila budget right away. I have to like really make sure everybody gets paid. I'm just lucky enough nga my friends like my main bitches gyud ang ako mga main
Shout out.
shout out to Shane Lopez. He's the best stylist that I know, no bias. He's also he owns this brand Thai Diet. He has dressed up artists like Nadine,
Really?
Gary V, and he's my best friend like ever since high school. And we've been on this ride for so long.
Rise together too, right?
We rose together. Kaayo, that was true. And then I got my homegirl Princess who does my makeup, which she's so major and she's so good. And then I got my girl Frances who just does all of the behind the scenes stuff. Na believe ko kay na I have friends but that actually like act like managers when they're on the set. And then I'm just super thankful. And then the rest of the people on my team came round ramang ko og work with other independent artists as well,
Right.
especially from Cebu. Just make sure everybody eats, everybody gets paid.
Yeah. That.
If naayong buwan ako nabayran diha, i-message ko palihog.
Yeah, like I mean, this is the time. If you're listening to this right
Yeah,
now,
listen to this and I don't pay
singla na
Okay
ninyo.
naman.
But going back to that
Yeah.
word empress though,
Mm-hmm.
empress, the first 3 letters of that word, empower. So
Mm-hmm.
right, like you embody that. You know why? Because
Sure.
it's through your songs. It's like about
Mhm.
womanhood. I mean,
Yes.
you show these different layers and sides of you. Like, there's that slut. Forgive my French. There's that slutty type. Like, yeah, real good. I want that real good. I'm Not your what's that other
Not
song?
Your Boo.
Not your boo.
Gets ka sa meaning sa Not Your Boo. You understood the
Kab-
song.
kabit.
Yeah.
In a sense. In a sense, but it's still
So-so.
vague. It's still vague though. It
It's
can
still vague, diba?
it can have
If you like
meanings.
really listen carefully, makagets ka. Because when I wrote that song, sad, it wasn't vague. The original rendition wasn't vague. It was direct.
Was that coming from experience though?
I cannot disclose.
All right.
that
That would have been juicy. But I understand though, like
I would rather not disclose
Right, I
that
understand.
particular situation.
I get it. No, we get it. We get it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we get it.
because it's a very sensitive topic, and it's something I don't advocate, to be honest.
Right.
It goes against my morality, and
In your advocacy, like, girl, you're too good for.
Yeah.
You're too good for that, right?
yeah, ako din na lang ko mo speak up on behalf of what happened. But let me just tell you, if you're in it, just be ready for the karma. Because
Consequence.
there's so much karma attached to it. The consequences are
100%.
tough. And it's not just kanang the kind of consequences that the girl would actually like fight you, or it goes into a whole social media mess. But I'm speaking karma wise, like spiritually, it's dangerous. Lisod siya to get out of. I mean, I do have a lot of people that I know nga nisulod jud og ginana.
Yeah.
They didn't reap good benefits. It just turned out really downward for them. And then when I wrote the song originally, kuan jud ang rendition ato, it was not vague. It was actually very direct and very specific.
Right.
And then I consulted some of my friends, even my mom, and nangutan ako nga, should I actually include these words? Because kuan ba ni ma-publicize ba jud ni kay ang
Yeah.
akong tumong is ganahan ko nga I wanted people to understand the song by itself. And then later on, most of the people I asked advice from, they all said, you know what, try to just keep a little mystery sa song na
Yeah.
lang. Don't try to be too direct. Those who get it, they get it. Focus na lang on the musicality, how you deliver it. That was my first song that I actually did something R&B, because
Right.
I was so used to rapping and trapping. So maoto.
And I don't think that's the only genre you're into. I just want to plug in. You listen to Purity Ring. I was listening to your conversation with
How do
Raz.
you know this? Oh yeah, wait. I said it to Raz.
Yeah, you mentioned. Girl, my ears are everywhere. I know.
I
So,
love that.
Yeah, you gotta play the game.
That's some Nardwar moment.
You with the fans, nigga?
Yes, I was about to drop his name, Nardwar.
That's a Nardwar.
That was our
moment.
Nardwar moment right there.
How
But
do you know?
I listened to Purity Ring, by the way.
I
So,
love Purity Ring. Kaayo. Like
a lot of.
I remember being
Yeah.
a teenager just listening to them.
They kind of remind me of what are these artists?
Marina and the Diamonds.
Not really, but they're kind of movement with like pop, right? Like dream pop, indie pop.
Actually, sila start ana.
Really?
They started Purity Ring. I could say built a foundation on that genre. It's not a specific genre. It's more of a subgenre.
Subgenre. So,
Subgenre siya sa indie.
Indie has so many. It's a spectrum, man. Like fuck, I can't trace the
A
origin.
wide rainbow. Very.
But I'm curious. Like you never drifted to that kind of music.
Uh,
I mean, making that kind of music.
nah. But I'm still thinking, so I might be doing it soon once the time is right and if I have the proper production. I really want to do Kondiman. I want to do
Okay.
Bisaya Kondiman. I want to bring it back. I want to make it alive again.
Make it cool again.
You know what? It has always been cool for me. I just want people to feel the same way.
Yeah.
Classic,
I mean,
magod. I'm very classic kapag a person.
and who knows? I mean,
Who knows?
we're on that nostalgia. We're riding that nostalgia wave. Like everybody
Yeah.
likes to bring back shit. You know?
And I think like in this generation, kanang Gen Z nga time, 2020 plus nga era, this is now the age of curation because information is already so vast.
Yeah.
Puno na. Now we just curate, like pick out the things, like nitpick the things we like. and then turn it into a good cake.
Make it yours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been planning. If I get the right people for the right production, I would do it. Of course, I want it to sound as organic as possible. Okay, I grew up Manggod. I grew up in the city here in Cebu with my cousins.
Cebu is the place
around.
to be, by the way, for anyone who's never heard of Cebu before.
I'm proud.
That place is the
Cebu is my
bomb.
home. It's the best. They know
Funny
it
though.
lang.
The best, right?
The
Like,
best.
funny for me to say that because I've only been in Cebu like 3 times in my life, and I don't get to stay there for long.
You have to.
only on layovers. Like seriously, like
Oh, you
I have to. I'm from Cagayan de Oro City. See,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to get there. I might have to go to Bohol. See, there's
By
this
plane?
stopover. No, by boat.
By boat. Okay, so Cagayan to Bohol.
Yeah,
Panglao or Lahos na Tagbilaran?
Tagbilaran.
Okay.
So it's usually just a stopover at Cebu. It's early in the morning, like 5 a.m. ish, and then we ride this fast craft going all the way to Bohol, and that's it. Like only 1 hour, 2 hours.
No, you need to stay here for a good 2 months.
Dude, like
Bring the wife. Drive
yeah,
her up to the
she-
north, the south.
she's been teasing me with Mala Pascua.
Kana, swim with the whale sharks, swim with the turtles. That's gonna be amazing. It's a
I've been
good
to
honeymoon
Bantayan
muna.
Island. I've been to Bantayan Island. Oh yeah, I mean I have been there like for like 3 days, 4 days. But usually my usual stops are around 2 hours. So it's usually my fond memories of Cebu is the Pantalan. That's it.
Oh my God. So sa Pierre Kakoto.
Kaya taman.
My
Kaya
goodness.
lagad ko to.
I feel bad. You need to make plans.
Nah, I feel guilty about that now. But
you can't miss out. So that's my story. I grew up with my
Soon.
cousins. Yeah, here. That one, and then the inspiration with Kundiman kay I grew up with my cousins here in the city. That's my life. But in the summer I would go to Maasin sa Leyte,
Oh.
where my mom's from.
Waray.
Dili pa waray, but gajud inana ang mga story. It's
A
almost
mix.
like Bohol. Mix siya nga murag like nga ano ba gajud kani. Kanang inana gahi siya nga
With-
nga Bisaya
With the J.
with the J. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like ang kaayo becomes kaadyo. Yeah, that's what they do there. And the music there, it's not very city like kanang urban kaayo nga hip hop style nga akong naandan around my cousins there and in the streets because I grew up in Labangon. Ang dito sa dag style nga to mga Max Urban, Pilita Corrales.
Oh, old
So that's
school.
how I grew up loving Kundiman, and they would play mga Kurachay Waray. So the banduria type of things, and most of my cousins and my uncles kay mga musicals kayo ba, they play the guitar. They even I think in fact have a banduria before, and then we just had a lot of record players, and they would
Banduria.
banduria
The hell is that?
it's a Visayan instrument. I'm not sure how. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like,
That-
the fact checkers
Vis-
can do their thing.
No, we do fact check here, and there's going to be an insert here somewhere. Down
Okay,
here,
there's gonna be an
like,
insert there
yeah,
somewhere.
I'm gonna
But
show
what I
you.
do know about a banduria is it's an old school Visayan guitar.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
So,
cool.
and ang iyang tingog kay kana ganing pina-folk ni kayo, nga kanang pinaka-renyosa nga. And I love that shit. Like, I would sing that kanang Rosas Pandan. That's my favorite Pilita Corrales song. And that was my initial plan. If wala ko nag-hip hop, mupadayon ko, bring back the culture of Kundiman. It's
Right.
a dead art.
You have to. I mean, if that's what you believe in.
Uh-huh.
I mean, listen, like, you have a platform. Whatever you bring on the table sells.
I hope so.
Excuse me for a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on. So yeah, like what I said, like you bring so much from the table. Like I think,
I hope so.
like, don't you see yourself like an influencer? I know everybody doesn't want to be called an influencer, but you do in some way with music influence a lot of people.
Oh my God, that's so heartwarming. Actually, kanang word nga influencer, lagot kay ko ng word sa
I
una.
know. I mean, everybody says that. to tell you.
Yeah.
Everybody
I
says
mean,
that.
for me, it's one thing to inspire and it's one thing to influence.
Yeah.
But my take on that is kanang I just don't forgive me if this offends people, but the
No,
commercial
please.
influencing,
People need to hear this. Don't get offended, y'all.
yeah,
This is from Dhyana Mitta right here.
the
Go ahead.
commercial
I got your
influencing.
back.
Kay sa una, before sa gyud ay niagi sa jud kog blogging. I was fashion blogging before, but I wasn't
Right.
blogging for the sake of like, kanang murag kanang instant blogging gani nga kanang mubutang lang ka and then you get sponsors and shit. No, I actually wanted to make a cute review. Like, so what gito ako ba? And I did that because I really love to write. That was one thing I was.
It's obvious in your lyrics, right?
Exactly. I was really a writer. So, and then I loved fashion as well. I love styling. Ganahan kay ko mga review ako. Murag ang peg na ko before kay ganahan ko magpina magazine, but in my own way, like write from my experiences and everything like that. I still did not discover na I could actually write bars yet at that time. I was just
When
really
was
experimenting
this?
with my
How many
words.
years was this ago?
I think around uh nagsige ko rap. I can't really trace it because there were so many instances sad nga mag-rap ako on my own. But the first time that I think that I was really able to like coin a whole song, I think I was also able to do that when I was younger. And
Yeah.
I still remember the lyrics. But the first time I think nga murag nakakuha ko og flow, nakakuha ko og bars, nga kanang murag gitrippingan lang nako, maybe around 2015, 16.
Right.
But then it wasn't
So
like straight up. Nah, I would do it. Like it was just for fun, and
yeah.
and I would like kanang mga binuang gud nga mag cipher ako mga amigo, magapil-apil ko. But I didn't really like
It
think I could do it
always
seriously.
starts with friends,
It
right?
always starts with friends. Like I come home one night, like after a night out with my friends, like kana sila Shane and everybody. They're all just like, oh, rap niyo. Ako kay baho kag pante, baho kag bilat, murag, it
It's
just started
funny.
with
It sounds
kids.
funny. Like when you're in this zone and when you're with
Uh-huh.
friends, everything goes, everything
Yeah.
flows. Yeah. Even if you're out of line, you're out of tune, like
Yeah.
still jam to it.
And yeah, back to the whole influencer thing. Uh I'm just not really a fan of like the whole kind of commercial influencing, where because
Right.
I know some people that they get paid to review a certain, like, let's say, product. Unya mo go against the sa ilang ganahan, they sila actually ganahan, but they're paid to actually like buy that shit. So why don't
Right.
you just be an example and do it without sponsors? Possibly, but I mean,
I
but
mean,
I
they,
can't also hate on that. It's a business.
yeah. It's it's their bread and butter. I mean,
It's
like
a bread and butter. It's like
yeah,
how the world
gotta
goes
respect that
around.
hustle. But I mean, they have to play the game.
Yes.
I mean, like, how else would they?
How
I
else
li-
would people also eat? Kana.
yeah.
I mean, if you enjoy it,
but they are
yeah,
talented with it though.
very. Kana. Believe
Giving
sa kuan in
critiques.
that sense. I have no like, it's not really like an issue. I mean, it's just that, just my 2 cents.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm also not in for like you have to be authentic too. Like,
That's what I'm saying. That's
yeah,
what I'm trying to imply.
that wouldn't be nice though. Like, you get paid for your authenticity, right?
Yeah, kanang mo compromise na kasi imong authenticity ba just to fit in a certain
What's
product, a certain brand.
what's that book? Ikigai. Like
Ikigai.
when everything aligns, that's it.
Yes, it should.
Wow. So I was curious, like we've drifted so far away, but we're just free flowing here, and this doesn't
Uh-huh.
follow, like, for our listeners. This is not outlined, man.
Yes,
We don't have train of thoughts here. We're just free flowing.
we're just speaking.
We're just dropping bars. Anyway, Diane, going back to that EMP word, empower, right?
Mhm.
So you do kinda, if not influence, your songs kinda empower. I don't know, like you got like 40,000 views in one of your videos in YouTube,
Yeah,
and
and
probably
YouTube.
a lot of streams on Spotify.
So lang enough.
What are the demographics here? Around what age?
Uh, Running from 15 to 40.
Damn, Young ones.
Young ones.
So you are definitely like straight up. I'm going back to like it's not influencing, but you are the music for these kids.
Oh my God, that sounds scary.
Like like
Hadlok lagi na paminahon.
yeah. I was kind of thinking twice to mention these things to you. Maybe you might kind of find it offensive or like out of context, but
I don't mind.
like we here at the Huge Upside, like we like to encourage people, and explore their potential. And you just have this platform, like kids listen to you, and probably like how you listen to No Pets Allowed before, yeah, on Narwhal moment again, how you like listen to No Pets before. I'm pretty sure they played a part in your childhood. That's why you're probably rapping bars. Is that true?
They what again?
Did they play a part in your childhood? You were
Ang No
listening to
Pets?
them. Yeah.
Of course.
Exactly. So
Yes.
this is that moment, I think.
This is that moment, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, this is that moment. Like no pets to you and to you now to your audience, to your
Yeah.
listeners.
Maudyan siguro na kung, for me, that how I felt when I first heard No Pets. Ano ganing feeling, murag, you're just a teenager and you're like,
Rebellious and stuff.
"Nani
Smells like
na?"
smells like teen spirit. Like
Na.
sabi.
Yung murag ko like, di pinainano, di ay.
Basic I'm just what I'm doing, I'm just ripping off what Raz and Dhyana Mitta mentioned in their episode. But shout out to Raz though. I hope he doesn't
Shout out
see
Raz
it.
and Jay.
Yeah, Cozy
Yeah.
Convo Podcast.
That was a Nardwar moment again.
Yeah, thank you for that. But yeah, so it's just like for me, I just analyze the situation. Like you're in this position right now, like you could do so much. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just trying to dissect and analyze where you are. Like you have so much responsibility, but no pressure though.
No pressure.
No
Never
pressure,
felt pressure at
Yeah,
all.
but
Wala
you
yun.
but you have like an opportunity, like to have a legacy. Wow, that's a very young age. Like
I'm
same
so
like how
touched.
like NPA No Pets Allowed has done to your
Influenced
craft.
Bisaya rap as a whole.
Yeah.
And to me personally.
And I just want to say that out loud to whoever's listening right now. She dropped some real good music.
Literally. Real
Yeah.
good, still available.
That's me fanboying. If my co-host was still here, he'd put me on the spot. Man, you're fucking fanboying again.
Let's do it again with him soon.
Eventually, actually, I have so many plans here, like putting so many people together on this show.
Yeah.
And I do have a surprise for you, but before we get to that surprise,
We'll
so
prepare.
your name,
Dhyana Mitta.
Dhyana Mitta,
Dhyana Mitta.
Dhyana Mitta, the backstory of that goes back to yoga.
It goes back to at that time man good katong mga 2017, 2018. I was into I discovered my spirituality. I discovered all these stuff. And yoga has been very helpful in my journey. And then Dhyana actually means spiritual meditation. That's
Right.
one of the 8 limbs of yoga. So gidala na nako siya Dhyana, and then Mita is friend in Pali. And then we're nahuna-hunaan to nako siya out of nowhere because
Spiritual friend.
spiritual meditation friend all together. And then at that time, I had to change my Facebook name because a certain incident happened which I can't really like disclose, but nato yung mga
Understood.
issues and everything. I had to change my Facebook name. And then I was like, "Unsa pa akong ingan sa akong self, no?" 2017 or 2018, around that time. And then I was like, oh, Diana is like, mistake siya jud lang word nga Diana nako. Because we would discuss in yoga, nga mo ni inana niya, Mita, friend, and pala, Dynamita. Sige, akong i-change akong Facebook name of Diana Mita. Then ever since, everyone brought it in na, nadala na nila. Halos, Dynamita, Dynamita. Si Faith, oh, Dynamita naman na siya. Ano yung Facebook niya. Randomly, when they call me, Dynamita! Niya ako kay like, no, na. And then when I started like, finally deciding na nga mo rap na ko. When I told my homies,
So fitting,
I told
right?
my friends, it was so fitting. And then they asked me, like right after they heard me spit, and after I told them my decision nga, music ko, padayonon din ako, and their first question was, and what's gonna be your name? Unsay mo ngan?
Obvious.
I remember Enrico Reams telling me, unsay mo ngan, Faith, Lil Faith? Like that was because shout out to Enrico Reams. He was also one of the first few people who heard me spit, I guess. Yeah. Naasad yun si Gab ato si Enrico Rems at that time when I told him nga ganahan ko mag-music. One of the first few people that I actually broke the news to. Then siya si nga ni mo Lil Faith, and then I was just all of a sudden said to everyone nga na dadon na akong Dynamita, and then they were all just like kaya tama na like they were hyping it up nga murag like do aligned jud kayo tanan like timing kay ka like and people already know nga you're Dynamita, like the people gani that know me na mga friends, immediate friends, close friends, and like family members tungod sa Facebook nga na Dynamita, because I changed all my socials to Dynamita, so I was able to bring it for a good like 2 years before I started going into music. So na-stick na sad siya. So motto, and I realized naram din ni
And Dynamita, like it really fits.
and I resonate to a bomb because I'm a Scorpio.
You beat me to it. You beat me to it. I was just about to say like, boom! You're a dynamite. Like
I'm a
you're
fucking
dropping
dynamite.
bombs.
Yeah, kana and
Yeah.
then I followed the concept lang sa jud of a bomb. I'm a fucking bomb.
And the cadence and everything is a bomb. Like every verse is a bomb. Like I mean,
oh my god.
not
Thank you.
not really everything, but there's these parts of these songs. Like I don't know how a rap song would go like, but you know when you know, right? When you hear when you start to do this to your
Bop to
ears,
it.
bop to it.
Punchline, ganan kay kung punchline sa good. Because when I listen to No Pets, like let's base it off of my reference sa akong ka-fan po nila. Punchlines kay na sila tanan good.
Oh yeah.
Put aside the rhymes. The rhymes are immaculate. Like,
Rapid
very
fire,
essay.
right?
Tayo, but it's the punchlines for me. It always had been the punchlines for me. Mo gid di ko ni believe nila. Yawa ni nila oy.
I mean, I've recently got into the No Pets bandwagon like just last year, and I feel like I've known them my entire life. So like, you know it when it's there. Like
Yeah.
dude, this song resonates, and it's Bisaya. Like
Feels heartfelt already.
it's time to put Bisaya on a pedestal. I mean,
Should be. It should have been actually.
and I'm so proud to have like Bisaya artists coming up today. Like I think this has been happening before, but in this generation, this era right now,
Karon nga era no. Gusto ko Bisaya ron.
yeah, like we have like the playing fields have been leveled. Like everybody has equal opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you have to go to
Manila to be
Manila.
accepted.
yeah.
I like it here.
You don't have to kiss anyone's ass anymore.
I don't
you
want
know?
to do that.
And like you're independent.
I'm
Like,
fucking independent.
so punk rock, like shit, like do everything DIY to everything.
Very, very DIY.
Yeah.
Pero credit sa jud ko sa mga tao ganitabang sa gitna
Of
ko.
course.
I can't leave
like,
them alone.
yeah, I mean, give credit to credit's due, but yeah, you are the talent.
For real.
Come on. Yeah. But anyway, I just want to go back to the yoga journey because I've jumped into the yoga bandwagon too last year. Ever since the pandemic, my wife's been doing a bit of yoga here and there, and she's kind of influenced me to do yoga too. And I've got
I
like
love that.
colleagues here. Thanks. I've got colleagues here who are like avid fans of yoga who are like on this yoga journey now. Like
Mm-hmm.
everything like their feed, everything just like your feed in your IG
Yeah,
account.
I
Like
have a yoga account, by the way.
it's like really okay.
I have a yoga
What's your
account.
yoga
It's
handles?
yoga and DMT.
Oh, DMT yoga. Right, it's right here. It says here. Go follow that.
Yoga underscore and underscore DMT. That's my Instagram yoga.
So
I had to make an account kay
of
murag
course,
separate na ko.
it's gonna fill up your whole entire
It,
page,
it
right?
did. It actually did at some point.
It's
nga
all I
na-
see actually. I don't see songs anymore. It's like it's all this yoga poses. His handstand. I mean handstands. Like, shit.
Like sa nga kuan. Kaya actually, like I also thought about it. Like, I mean, why not post it? Because like what you said, I also thought nga, murag nara magid siguro ko'y platform ba. I might actually inspire kids nga, to go into a fitness journey, a spiritual journey. It's not just all kanang rhymes, lyrics, and like empowerment. Ginana, pahumble sa gamay. Mo na
Wow.
ako ang ganan sa i-teach ba nga. Because my yoga journey has taught me a lot of things, especially with life. I used to be very wild, and I admit that. Katong pagsugod-sugod pa lang nako before nga sugod na ko music. And even at the time when, I was still like young, like really a fresh teenager, I was really wild. Like I would admit that.
I
And-
hear you. Like yeah, that your kind, that type. I see
Yeah.
them a lot. They're all over the place.
I was that. And I'm not afraid to admit it. Never.
Yeah.
Later on, I was like,
No regrets.
like no regrets.
You're gonna have regrets when at some point when you're too conservative.
Mhm.
These things never dawn to you. You're gonna have regrets in
Exactly.
life.
Exactly. And then it's not a regret, pero murag naka-feel lang ko ba nga, oh shit, I gotta make like changes in my life because at one point nakaingon ko, hala, I feel like I'm being too masculine. Kanang murag,
Really.
yeah, kanang not nga kanang murag.
Is that masculine though? When you're too wild?
No. What I mean is like so much of my masculine energy has been channeled na nabugoy na gid kayo ko to the point na I'm just too down for everything.
Yeah, just like you are now. Like that was wild though. Like let's do it. 8 p.m.
Yeah,
That's
kana-
still wild for me.
It's still wild.
Come on,
still
just
wild.
give us some buffer time, please. Shit.
Yeah, let's do tonight.
But
I
like
was that
I was
wild.
challenged. I'm challenged by the way. I'm just sorry to cut you off. Like I'm challenged. Like no shit, she didn't just say that. I gotta bring my A game now, and I don't have my wingman to back me up. Fuck, what am I gonna talk to her about?
We are talking.
But we are.
So cool.
Oh,
Pero
sorry,
ano
you were
siya,
saying.
I was to the point na kanang, nga I was just so down for everything. Bisag unsa nga hagad, ala sige, go. I never learned the art of saying no. So
Right.
when I started meditating, I started doing all I started discovering part of my practice is Buddhism. Yeah, grow siya slowly
Whoa.
into
So,
yoga.
are you a Buddhist though?
No, I'm still Catholic. Like I would never
Right.
denounce that because it's my mother's gift pud gihapon.
Right.
And I grew up Catholic, but most of my
And you're in Cebu.
practices, yeah. And to be honest, kanang if ibutang lang po kunin mo sa Buddhist na perspective, I'm breaking precepts somehow, So
We will get to that. I'm gonna
we
get
will
to
get
you.
to that. Yeah, we'll
I
get to
I have
that.
so many things to tell you. I mean, to tell you and ask about.
You're right, yeah.
Right. So carry on.
And then when I finally like learned how to jump on my mat, kanang I mean, it didn't start off usually. Kay I started yoga, dugay na. Pero karon ra siya nga na-incorporate ang spiritual ug ang physical aspect. Kay mo diha naman ko kasabot niya. But at that time when I was still younger, I didn't really understand it. Like what was the point? Like you can actually just go jogging, you can do ab workout, mga ginana. But then when I got into the mat and like actually
The
understanding
mat is your friend.
my best friend
Yes.
when it comes to yoga. And when I started understanding each pose, nga, ani din ni, like Shavasana, the corpse pose, it's like
I love that.
honoring.
That's the best pose ever. Like
That's your favorite pose.
so underrated. A lot of
It's
people
the most
a lot,
underrated pose.
a lot of people just disregard that pose. I love that
I'm one of
pose.
them that disregard that pose.
I just wanna lay
Kana.
down like a log or a or
Yeah.
a dead,
For those
dead
who
body
don't
right
know,
there.
Shavasana is a pose nga you're just lying down.
It's the best.
A dead body. It's a corpse
The
pose.
best
And
ever.
the meaning behind that is actually journey ang yoga sa life ba. You
Right.
start saluting the sunrise, and then you go through troubles. Yes, there you go. He knows
Yeah.
his sun salutations.
I told you
And
I've done yoga. But not as hard. But not as
Totoo na
hardcore. But not as hardcore as you girls. Like shit. Fuck.
Yeah, man. We are hardcore. And then you go through poses, you go through difficulties, but you just breathe. At the end of
Right.
each practice, you die. Mamatay na gyapon ka.
So it's basically life.
It's basically life.
Holy shit! I never thought of it that way.
That's yoga.
I learned something new today. That's it. This is this podcast about. It's like learning.
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way. I just thought, like, yeah, you sun salutations and all that, and then what's this routine again? Like where you do like
Surya Namaskar, Chaturanga,
the chaturanga, like you know, and you like a half
Downward
push-up,
dog.
downward dog, upward
Yeah,
dog, and then
upward
all that
dog,
stuff.
kana.
That was just all movement. So there's a story
Yes.
behind that.
Yeah, that's a whole flow. Mura kag nag-embody og life. Nga, you wake up, you breathe, you're born, and then you go through the difficulties like the poses, but you just breathe. That was what my friend Frances said na. I learned something in yoga. Kanang metaphor si ano nga, life does not need a reaction. Like if there's pain, it does not need reaction. It just needs breath. It's like,
So like,
sure.
if someone hurts me, I just need to breathe.
It does not really need reaction. It just needs breath control, ana.
Right.
Because if you react, like I mean, of course, lahi po nang storya dunggabon ka.
Yeah. I mean, doesn't have to be in that context.
It doesn't have to be in that context, but let's say dunggabon ka, well, and then what kind of reaction? Of course, you have to breathe first. Because
Yeah,
if musukol sad ka, musamot og grabe imong stabon.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Breathe.
See, we're breathing now. We're meditating.
I kind of got lost in that journey too. Like, I was full on like for like 4 to 3 straight months because I was incorporating it with my workouts because I do a
okay.
lot of workouts.
You do
So,
high intensity training or what?
That I do that.
Calisthenics,
I
ano.
Metcons,
Mm.
a bit of CrossFit here and there.
Ah, okay.
Then yoga's always been that recovery tool I can always
Mm.
lean back on. I mean, it's so good for the joints. It's so good for the back. I mean, my back just feels relief. Like, I don't have to go to some massage parlor. I just fucking do yoga.
That's true. That's what I'm telling everyone. That's what I'm telling everyone. That's what I'm trying to like advocate. Yun.
Yeah,
Pag
put
yoga
yoga,
mo.
put yoga on a pedestal. Actually, I have an injury right now.
Oh
My-
shit!
My
Where?
wife just scolded me yesterday because she was said like, "Why'd you have to fucking go to a workout? You know you have a wrist injury." I was like, "Marog itoy." And she just said like, "You could have just done yoga, right?"
She's right.
But
You can do that.
yoga involves a lot of planks. I have a wrist injury, so I'm just
Actually.
basically trying to protect this injury right now. But yoga do wonders for you, man. First time I did my headstand was so liberating. I don't know how to do these things. I done my first headstand in my first try, and my peers here who taught me yoga were like, they were so envious and so jealous. Like, how were you able to do that? I don't know. I just did what you taught me. And just going back, it's all breathing.
Inward.
Doesn't require strength. Doesn't require any form of
Breath control.
breath control. Wow.
It's all breath control. Grabe, eh. I'm proud. You're actually up in the air na maka-invert na ka.
I'm trying to hold the inversion process, right? There's a progression to that, right? And
It starts with downward dog actually.
yeah.
That's the foundation of inversions, downward dog. So
Yeah, take us through that so we can also insert some like what
we'll
how
insert,
how do you do a handstand, Diane?
oh my god, a little trivia. I just learned bagura like yesterday fresh. I finally went up because nag-start ko sa akong handstand journey about a month ago. I've been going through handstand trainings. I did my first handstand training was like last year, mga Christmas pa dong. Pero okay na ko nakuha until nga I decided na last month kung magtarong ko ani bi kay ganahan kay naboringan ako sa headstand ba so ganan ako handstand na sad bi. And then yesterday but or the other day I was with my man. Sounds so new.
Loves in the air.
And then I told him kay kabaw man na siya na I really want to go up on a handstand na.
Right.
And then all of a sudden I told him to try it. Nakuha niya on the first try.
Holy shit. No, he didn't.
He was able to do it like
He's got to be physically fit, right?
he skates.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
But hell yeah.
So yeah. So moto, nakuha man niya in the first try and I was like, what the fuck? You know how long have I've been trying to go up on my own? Ka-unfair ni mo oy. And it was like, so he was the one who taught me na. I was like, hip si ana, push gantong imong knees mo ana jud. And then until I was able to get it for the first time, it's on my page. I posted it because that's an important part of my journey.
Did you go off on your yoga instructors though after that?
No, I did not. But it was only my man who like made me go up on my own.
It's that man. That's a something else, you know. When a
Upat
special
ko sa coach,
someone,
gagyan ha.
a
Upat ko
special
sa coach.
someone tries to teach you how to do it. I mean,
Get it.
and you don't even do. Does he do yoga?
No.
Exactly, and
He
like
does not do yoga.
a lot of people will take that with some ego and like, you don't do yoga. Don't tell me what to do.
No, well, no.
Exactly, right? But right away.
I did teach him some stuff. Like I did teach him some like downward dog, mga child's pose, because sometimes when we're on the phone, we're like, oh, like let's do a night stretch, magana me, yana. And then
that's so nice.
he actually wants to learn. He wants to learn, which is why I really admired about him. Kay ganahan sa siya mukat-on, and he wants to incorporate it sa yung skating. So I was like, okay, sige, that's cute. So before siya mo skate, I think hopefully yun yung gibuhat nga nag-stretch sa siya. Because he tells me nga, Mark, he does the stretching na I teach him. But then, nafanihan lang ko nga, I went through 4 coaches and 4 teachers, about
and
4.
And it had to take a skater to teach you. Shit. For all you all out there, do not underestimate the trashers and the skaters.
No, never.
They do handstands.
He is so good. Like I was so shocked. I was able to do it in one try. And then siya na nagtudlo-tudlo na ko. And now I can finally go up on my own. So this is like my second day that I can finally go up on my own.
Congrats. Like for how long?
Thank you. It took me a month.
I mean, for how long can you keep the handstand though?
I can hold it na naka-hold ko ganina for mga about almost 10 seconds.
Oh shit, that's long.
That's quite long. He encouraged me.
The longest I've ever done is like 0.5 seconds. Unless if I'm doing it on a wall, because that's how you get your foundation, right?
Yeah. No, I'm still on a wall pa. Pero makasaka ko pero naaga po yung wall. But I try to not
just as an
touch the wall.
Insurance thing. Yeah.
Pag insurance lang. Because actually the falling part, lisod lang siya kung wala lang kay upper body.
Yeah.
Because if matuwang magani ka in case
you know how to roll after you know how to roll after you
can
fall?
Cartwheel.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's the same thing.
I've had like issues when I do fall. My bum and my legs take the hit, and I've had some like nagging injuries before trying to do that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I kind of know how to roll a bit when you start to fall, and then I just like roll afterwards.
Uh-huh.
Man, this handstand journey is painstaking. Like, and
But it's fun.
fun. It's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun to
And
post
then
it too and to flex it.
yesterday,
Shit.
yesterday katong nakaton me, we were just on a handstand marathon the whole time. Sige mig
Wow.
puli-puli og handstand. And it was like,
It's different, right? It's like falling in love with something. Like, oh shit, I know how to do this now. Like I was a kid, I used to dream of doing this, and now I can fucking do it.
I know.
Shit. Man, I have fallen off the handstand journey. I will get back to that. Man, I have so many dreams and goals, aspirations for like my health fitness journey. It's
We'll
just
get
so
there.
busy. Thank you.
We'll get there.
It's just so busy right now. Like you, I'm talking about me. Like I want to go get back to you. Like you're so busy. How are you able to juggle all of this?
Mm-hmm.
You're a law student. Shit.
I am.
Hardwired moment. Anyway,
Nardwar moment.
because I mean, I have listened to your episode in Raz, and you're a law. My wife is a law graduate, by the way. Yeah. So I know it resonates with me. So I kind of feel and understand your journey. And she's been to like bar examinations, and
Okay.
I have this
She took the
special
latest one ba?
last year. No, there
This
was none. There was
year.
none last year, but
No,
there
this
will be
year.
one this year. That's the
She's taking the
goal.
one this year.
Eventually, yes, hopefully. I'm not in the Philippines right now. So I'm traveling back to the Philippines just for that purpose, I want to be with her so I can be beside her because I think the last two bar examinations she took it without me. So I was like maybe if I'm around, it's going to be different. It's going to turn out different. I've
It's
never
gonna be good.
I've
Don't
never
worry
been
about
in
it.
I've never been on the bar ops. So what's that law journey like and you're so busy like how do you juggle everything? Shit.
It's amazing bitaw. Like kanang na-shock sa jud ko nga I actually had, because I was in law school before I did music. Right after I
Right.
graduated in 2016, kay I immediately what do you call this? I immediately went to law school, and then nakurat ko ba? Like I was so shocked with the environment and everything that I was like, no, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. And then it took me just this year to be like, oh, I'll fucking continue. I mean,
What year are you
I
in?
can master the focus. My standing is, so
But you're still in it.
I'm still in it, yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember before bago pa ko in law school, I would go to the court, but I'm still a student. I would just go to the court. I would skip classes sometimes. You just go to the court, musod mato ko Kimunda. Kimunda man ang name sa building sa municipal trial court here. Yeah. And then I would just sit there and like feel the energy and be
Suck
like
it up, right?
suck it up and be like, is this really what I want? Like,
Wow.
this is what I want.
Are you like that?
I don't know, it just happened. Like
Whoa.
katong a moment nga murag kanang I was not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer yet, but I was a law
But yeah.
student.
Like you
And
have
then-
your aspirations. I mean like nice. That's nice. I like that. Like you want to put yourself in that picture like this is for me.
I tried to attract the vibe. So what pa-
Law of attraction.
Yeah. So moadto ko court, I dress up like I'm a lawyer. Pinalawyer sa ko.
Whoa, that was
And
cool.
I would go to Kimunda and just sit around there, and I would bring a fucking empty briefcase. Bro, I'm not there to represent anyone. Go around the court. Makita ko mga pinirisog ikan BBRC, CPDRC, ipang diskarga, and like people just being wild and shit. And like I even witnessed one time na nag-away gid na to outside the court. And I would just feel the energy nga. I'll be here one day.
Damn.
Soon. Buyag.
But I have to tell you honestly, not to discourage you or anything. But you're on a very tough journey. And
It is. I'm
are you currently
I'm-
working? Or what do you do
no,
for?
I had to give that up.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I'm currently right now I had to give up working, so I'm a good savings person, manggod ka nang murag
Right.
buyag ka mausag ko mo save.
Good
I'm
for you.
good with that. I in fairness, cuz I learned how to be financially somewhat independent early po.
Frugal, and
Yeah,
practical,
because I was 14 when I first did business.
right?
14, 15, mga na nga 14 to 16, nagnegosyo na ko early. So that's how I was able to test myself at a young age. And then now kay murag, I'm thinking maybe I would go back to work in the summer and then save
Right.
again. Because when you're a law student, shit gets
Man,
hard.
it's like a job in itself.
It's like a job in itself, but you're not paid. You're paid in
Hey,
knowledge,
it's
which
like
is actually
it's like a long
rewarding.
term. It's a long term investment. Like I mean, 4 years, and you have to take the review and then a bar.
You
So
don't. You're not
that's
sure
like
pa
5 years.
4 years, but
Yeah,
it's not a sure thing.
and your professors, they like sometimes they no offense to the professors out there, like I don't know if they intentionally fail you. If it's a quota thing, I only need to pass a certain number of
Nayuban.
students this year. He got high grades, but sorry, I need to fail you because I can only allow like 10 law students to
Ten.
pass this subject.
I'm not gonna say any names, but there are universities that actually do that.
Wow.
It's a shame.
Yeah, but like, like you get tested. It's like mental. Your mental fortitude gets tested. Like, is this really for you? I mean,
My professor always said, "Nah, to pass the bar examination, you just have to be prepared. But to top the bar examination, you have to be lucky."
shit. That's tough. And you
Just
know what
be
they say,
prepared.
right? You know what they say, right? Treat law school as a review already.
Mao na gid na actually.
You're already
That's it.
basically reviewing.
You're reviewing for the bar already.
A lot of law students go in like they don't know this shit. They just fresh from
From undergraduate school.
undergraduate, and then they jump in. Not if they don't have this background, or they don't know anyone, or they don't have
Mental capacity
this
lang daan.
attitude already that
Oh,
this is
kana.
already a review, or nobody
Actually,
told them. They're not prepared. In the first year, second year, they just give up.
that's what happened to me when I first enrolled katong bago pa jud ko. I was like, I'm not yet fulfilled. I still want to do other things.
Right.
But I honestly did not know what to do at that time. Bago pa ka-graduate. Yeah. Kana ganing back in her, I graduated Pol Sci. So sure
cool.
na nga people,
Yeah. What the next
yeah,
progression?
it's given. Like,
Yeah.
what's your next progression? Duh, law school. So I was like, okay, sige, mag-law school ko. But I did not understand a thing. I didn't understand a thing about life yet. And then I was in a toxic relationship. I was with a person that was very unsupportive of my own dreams and goals. Kaya nga na ba? Naglibog ko unsa man jud ko, and until eventually in 2019 I did music and I said, oh, okay, I actually want to do this. I actually want to live for myself, live for my passion. Ngayon nga style ba? Na-inspired ko. I had
I mean,
to,
you need to have fulfillment, right?
yeah, and then I had to go through a lot, sad pud ba gid, to realize my worth. Because when you tell me that, oh, she's so fucking confident and shit, I actually did not have any of that before.
Really?
No, like I was very
I was kind of thinking that your confidence was attributed to like your younger version of yourself, like being wild.
I was actually kuan siya pagkabata na ko naa ko confidence sa una, pero napaong siya ba at one point in my life, because I'm not gonna be like just blaming other people, but you go through things.
Can't keep pointing fingers at others, man. It always
Yeah,
goes back to you.
I have to take accountability po nga. I allowed myself to be in that
100%.
situation.
That's the word there, accountability.
Yeah, I have to be accountable for all my actions. I was very reckless as yun before. I knew I was confident sa una, but when you take things to the extreme and you don't learn how to humble yourself, na mayabujong ka. And that's what happened to me. And then it was hard to rise up. And then until I discovered music, and then I discovered art, not just music, but art yun in general. Kaya man di ay.
What kind of art?
Artist naman jud ka. I do visual art too. Pero wala na ko ka-paint in a long time. But I did a lot of I did a lot of, excuse me, I did a lot of paintings before I did
Really?
music. Yeah. And I used to work at an art gallery too. I just
Fuck,
did research for them.
fuck
So,
no, dude.
mhm.
There's layers to you.
A lot,
Shit.
a
Like
lot,
spectrum, the Dynamita
a
spectrum.
rainbow.
Shit. Like fuck. I'm just curious. Like you do art. Have you been on the latest trends lately? Um, Me and ASP have been talking a lot of non-fungible tokens. Have you ever heard
Crypto.
crypto? So, basically what it does is once you're in the crypto scene, you have a wallet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you can put some artwork in your wallet. So, it's basically what's gonna happen is
Mo na ang kagkuan. Because this is so fucking funny. Because I actually was just checking out Glassface a while ago.
uh-huh,
And now you're mentioning it.
and his wallet is full of that, right? Full of art.
ETH me outside. Kung bad baby.
Oh,
You
really?
heard of that?
No, not
He's
yet.
doing art, digital art, pero i-bid niya into crypto.
That's it. So what's happened is this art is they're gonna mint it, and once it's minted, it's forever encoded in the blockchain, and so it belongs only to one artist. So people these days, they can just claim anything they want. They just copy paste and everything, and then this is mine. What's gonna happen is this artist, this is his work. He's gonna have this minted, and it will be in a blockchain.
Mm.
And it's forever there. You cannot undo this blockchain. Once he bids or sells it, there's a buyer. Now the buyer owns this artwork. And then he's gonna sell that and goes on, goes on, goes on. But none of that will matter because the origin is the artist. And everybody will know that's the artist. So it's kind of this it seems like inunhanay ba? Much like inunhanay, like I hold the rights to this, like I mean not really own it, but this was made by me.
Cool.
It's a good platform for
That's
artists.
what Glassface is doing actually.
Really, I'm
Oh,
gonna look that
look
guy
him up. Glassface. But he does
Glassface.
digital 3D art.
Oh, have you ever heard of Beeple?
Beeple?
Yeah, so if this guy, this like digital artist, just basically sold his art for like 60 million plus, some patron or some patrons bought off all his artwork. Like, wow, right? Like, and it's only on the rise. It's just starting, this world of non-fungible tokens. I mean, like I'm preaching it now. I'm not an expert on it. Like I'm doing my work, right? I'm
Actually,
reading
kana
about-
nindot sa
reading
dito
about-
jud na advocate ang crypto karon.
Oh yeah,
I have
everybody's on the
A few
crypto.
bitcoins here and there, but
Oh.
I really have no idea. I spent on ETH.
It's a good investment. ETH is a good.
I invested on ETH.
Everybody's
I might-
saying nowadays like ETH is a better investment than Bitcoin.
It is. I see it being Apple and Samsung si Bitcoin.
Yeah, because Bitcoin's just ahead of the curve. That's all. Nakauna
Yeah.
lang siya. What else does he have?
And since we're talking about this, I might buy an XRP tomorrow.
You should. I mean, here's the funny story. So back in like February or January, XRP was this X amount of money. I mean, X amount of, right? Our good friend ASP was advocating for this.
That's how
He
I
was
was like,
he,
I
he
will
was
buy
he was
XRP.
pumping it. He was one of those guys who were
Was.
pumping it. And I was so interested. Like, dude, I don't want to have some FOMO on this. So I'm gonna jump on in.
How much is one XRP though?
Now it's a dollar.
Okay. Kaya pa.
Kaya pa siya.
40,
But
48.
yeah, okay. Here's my regret about it. I had bought some of it like 0.50, and then it went up, skyrocketed to 0.7 in just a day.
Wow.
Wow, and I was like, yes. And then, but the next day, it went down again. So I was like, no, fuck no, I'm gonna swing this. So I swung it to another coin. And what happened
another
is Bitcoin. So
Just Bitcoin. Okay.
yeah, when Bitcoin was like when Bitcoin was slowly going up, what happened was now XRP has doubled the amount, like doubled. So from point three,
Nas
like
pa siya stock market.
I don't know. I feel now stock market is dead. I mean,
It
it's still
is.
it's still
It's still
there,
there.
but it's not as volatile and not a lot of players now. Like everybody's jumping on the crypto, but I know a lot of people who trade on the stock market will kill me for saying that. But anyway, the crypto I think is the way to go, man. Like it's so trendy.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's very new wave.
it is like I believe it's like the future moving forward. I'm not an expert on this, like.
Okay siya actually, padung siya actually that way.
Yeah.
And I see it.
And it's just so funny, like a lot of like people are jumping on it now, and we have like from the Cebu scene, right? Like even Cookie's changed his name now to Crypto Cookie.
Yeah, why is that? He's advocating crypto said no.
I think so. Like he's a big XRP guy.
Okay.
Him and
That's
ASP
a sign.
they've been pumping that XRP, and I want to get back to the XRP now. Like,
I will buy an XRP tomorrow.
I'm just waiting for it to like go down a bit more, and then probably I'll put in a few. Probably buy.
We don't know, Jig. We don't know how fast it could skyrocket.
It's risky, but everything's a risk, man.
Everything's a risk. Pero what's
everything's
a
a
dollar to risk, karon?
Yeah, I mean, if you put it in the bank anyway, it's not gonna grow. Yeah, fiat
For
money.
real.
Fiat money is just
Time
going.
deposit, nah.
Fiat
Takes
money is just going
30
to
years.
deflate.
It's not even dako ang growth ba?
Yeah. Wow, like you just peeled yourself to this podcast. Like you revealed so many layers. Like
I'm an onion. The last layer is gonna make you cry. I'm a fucking onion.
Wow. But like again, like this was so wild. This is so left field for me. But again, like this is what I do too. Like we want this. We want to suck this in. And for you to be on this platform was such an honor. We have the
Thank you
signature.
so much.
You're welcome. We have the signature question on this show.
Mm-hmm.
So think of this as your like Miss Universe moment. I mean, like.
I don't need no pageantry to tell me I am majesty.
Oh shit! You better drop some bars on this question. Make it sound like a bar. Right. So
Pressure.
what is your huge upside, and what does that mean to you?
My huge upside is that I'm transformative. I'm a magical chameleon.
Damn.
I adapt to things, but I also grow. I grow, but I also adapt. And I also adapt to grow. And I grow to adapt.
But that's it. That's it right there. Are you finished? Is there still more?
Let's just leave the rest to mystery na lang.
Right. Grow to adapt and adapt to grow.
Yes.
Damn. And you have been adapting. Like
Mm-hmm.
you went through this phase in your life, right? Like shit.
Because I think, ang ako sa philosophy, Anna, is that you can't just be 100% earth, wherein you don't move. Nga murag tree ragig ka, nga anak ka. You have to go through the processes of like changing, inana. You're not a fucking tree. You don't have to be grounded always. You could be water too. You could nurture. You could quench yourself into thirst as well. You could be fire. You could be passionate. You could be dreamy and extreme and test your limits. You could also be air, nga, just expressive here and there, lutaw lang, adapting to the flow.
This deserves
You're
a
the
beat.
universe.
That deserves a beat right there.
Oh my God! Speaking of
You
that,
have a new song coming up?
I do.
Plug it. When is it coming out?
You know what? It just drops like a bomb, so just follow.
Oh shit.
I'm not rugged na. It's a Dhyana Mitta flavor. No,
No
teasers.
no
Just
teasers.
I don't do bomb threats. I'm the bomb.
Yeah. Bam, and there you have it.
Yeah, nalay na siya.
Dhyana Mitta here on the show. Thank you for accepting our
Thank you
invitation.
so much. I'm so happy that you included me.
Of course, like again, like you were part of the kill list. This is the people we need to get on this show. And now she's here. I hope you found that valuable, everyone. And there you go,
Yes.
Dhyana Mitta.
Salamat, guys. I really appreciate this. Shout out to Cagayan de Oro for always keeping it real. Shout out to, I'll give my shout outs to everybody from there. ASP, OGBV, Smurf.
He was supposed to be that surprise guest.
Is he here?
I sent him the link already. I don't think so, because guy has his hands tied to family stuff. So
I get that. For a little, I don't know if I could like announce this, but we have a track together soon.
whoa, there you go. That's a teaser,
I
by
don't
the
know
way.
if I could ambot ha. So
Is it under any label or still independent?
just independent. Kami rin na.
Oh yeah, man, please
Yeah,
plug
no
it.
label.
Like, we're,
I'm too ahead, no, but I don't know if like this deserves an announcement. But yeah, we have a track coming up soon. ASP OGBV Dhyana Mitta.
there you go. There you have
Watch
it.
out for that.
Watch out for that.
Yes.
And you heard it here at Huge Upside.
First.
Yes, first. Dhyana Mitta, salamat kaayo sa
Salamat
tanan.
kaayo,
And
Mike, Mick. I'm
this
so
was-
honored that you included me and the Huge Upside, more power. I just wanna last shout outs to everybody from Cebu, all the homies, the friends. Shout out to
Let's
Cebu,
go.
yeah. Yeah, I love everybody and peace out.
Peace out, y'all. See you on the next
See
episode.
you.
Salamat kaayo.
Thank you, guys.
Love our videos? Please click the like button or hit subscribe. This is the Huge Upside.
Niya kay Kanye pinag-isip pantalon.